Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Tuesday, August the 6th, 2024. I'm Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral.
I am Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin, the executive minister. Faith and religion can be complicated for the LGBTQ plus community. Surveys show that evangelical faith is a justification for the greatest attacks on the LGBTQ plus community.
I am Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the Minister of Education. The Queer God Squad is going to explore our religious community. Let's explore the big news of the day and what it means to you.
I am Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, the Minister of Connections. This is live, and then we are available on demand. If our community is important to you, share this news with your friends and family. Join the conversation on your favorite streaming platform and social media.
At Sunshine Cathedral, we're here to tell you that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Liberty Counsel files brief on behalf of Kim Davis, potentially threatening marriage equality. Liberty Counsel is a far-right nonprofit organization focused on advancing religious freedom and promoting evangelical Christian values. The organization has filed a brief in support of Kim Davis, the former Rowan County clerk, who famously refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples, citing her Christian beliefs. This move could potentially lead to the U.S. Supreme Court revisiting and possibly overturning marriage equality established by Obergefell v. Hodges. In a recent press release, Liberty Counsel founder and chairman Matt Staver stated, Kim Davis deserves justice in this case since she was entitled to a religious accommodation from issuing marriage licenses under her name and authority. The legal brief argues that the case could set a precedent, extending religious freedom protections nationwide and challenging the 2015 Supreme Court decision that legalized same-sex marriage. The Liberty Counsel's filing argues that Obergefell was based on the legal fiction of substantive due process, which lacks any basis in the Constitution. Well, I'm not a legal scholar, but I do recognize what's fair. I think most of the time, most of us can figure out what's fair, what's just. And it isn't just that some lady behind a desk decides what is okay for other people in their lives. The law of the land became that marriage was an equal opportunity, an equal right. And so marriage equality, I don't know that you just get to opt out of. Now, if she needed someone else to sign, she could have deputized someone to sign them if she just want her name or whatever. But she, as a government official, has to represent the government. Mm-hmm. And I believe, and I don't care, but I believe she was, at the time of that, was on her third or fourth husband. Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of Christians, again, not me, I couldn't care less. You can marry them two at a time for all I care. But if there are a lot of religions, a lot of Christian denominations, a lot of schools of thought that would say divorce isn't ideal. Some would say divorce is almost always bad. Some would say divorce should never, ever, ever happen. And so did anyone come after her saying, you don't have the moral authority to grant licenses because you haven't even held your marriages together. Who are you to be? We want someone else to, we don't even want you to sanction our marriage. We want someone else to, because you have violated our, see how silly it gets out quickly? Mm-hmm. And if my religion is how I don't have to follow the law because, and how I don't have to provide equality, equal protection, equal treatment, equal opportunity for you, if my religion is that, next thing, the Christian Scientist who works at the supermarket can just refuse you aspirin because she doesn't believe in medicine. Her religion says medicine is not a good thing. Everything should be spiritual healing. So she can say, nope, no nasal spray for you because that's my religion. Or can the Seventh-day Adventist working at the supermarket not sell you pork chops because Seventh-day Adventists don't eat pork? So yeah, we can have everything, but you have to put these pork chops away or go to another line because my religion, well, if you're trying to buy dinner, you don't care about her or his religion. But that is the argument being presented here. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I don't care that her religion says that you get to be mean to gay people. No, Religious freedom means she gets to talk meanly about gay people in her church, that she gets to go on a rant about gay people in her Sunday school class. It doesn't mean that she gets to, in her job as part of the U.S. government that we all vote in and pay taxes in, our citizens and stuff, she doesn't get to use that to discriminate against queer people because she's decided that her God doesn't like queer people. I don't care what her God likes. Just like if you needed some aspirin, you wouldn't care what the cashier's God liked, or if you wanted some pork chops, you wouldn't care what the butcher's God liked. So yes, she gets to be as homophobic as she wants to in her little heart, and she gets to say all of that on her own time. But as long as marriage equality is the law of the land, when I step up for my license, hand me the fucking license.
I think that kind of covers it as much as we can cover it. There's not much left on that pork chop. The thing is, it's not under your name and authority. It's under the name and authority of whatever governmental force that you work for. So all we're asking you to do is your job, and I cannot believe that all of these years later, this is still being adjudicated. What in the heck? Because they don't give up.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
I mean, if you think about the Project 2025, it didn't start 2 days ago. It started maybe 40 plus years
decades.
ago. So understand that this is a concerted effort to push back on anything that a certain group of people don't like. I don't have that kind of power, so I'm just a voice spitting in the wind, a voice spitting in the wind, but you know what I mean. I'm just a person who's making a lot of noise to point out that this insanity is going on because there's a small group of people who won't let go and who won't let people live their lives as they wish to live their lives. And we've just got to keep calling them out and telling them, no, girl, we ain't having this.
Right. And they've set up the Supreme Court so that they can overturn these rights, women's bodily autonomy. Yeah. What else? Voting rights. Yeah. And coming after marriage equality, not a surprise. Not even a little bit.
I would just want to know, why is she back in the news?
Thank you.
She's there.
And I can get, she's the postal person for it. I get that. But why are you letting yourself be allowed to be back in the news? Because I can guarantee you this is not her issue. And you mentioned her going to church. I bet she doesn't even go to church. I'm not sure that she's probably up in anybody's church. This is just her way of saying, you know what? I'm going to let them use me. How much are you going to pay me?
I'm saying
a little attention seeking.
Attention behavior. And she getting ready to run for political office. If all this happened back from 2015, she's left that office currently that she used to hold. She's not running for any other political office. She's not running any other political statement. Anything that has happened with her is not because of anything I believe she firmly believes in.
No,
she's been told what to believe. And I think this is the thing, that if you're willing to allow yourself to be used by these men, then more power to you.
All right.
Yeah, this is just the ongoing assault against LGBTQ plus people. Our dignity, our rights. So this is, and if they can use a small case like this from a nobody place, to change the Supreme Court, then to undo marriage equality, that's what it's about.
It's exactly it.
Yeah, it's a strategy. And I have to say, although people have been telling us since the beginning, they're very good strategists on the right. They're very good strategists, the people who are against everyone. The people who don't like immigrants and they don't care about refugees and they don't want women being able to make their own decisions and they don't like queers and they don't like people of color and they don't like more than one language in a country, and that all those people who hate everything and everybody, the word for it is bigotry, by the way. Those people are very well organized and very well funded. They will fund their hate and they will play a long game. It may take me most of my life and into my kids' life to make this happen, but we're here for it. And their opponents are never like that. People have been telling us for my entire adult life, it's about the court. Y'all got to vote because it's about the court. Once the court goes, we're hosed. Blah, blah. You can't tell me. I'm going to vote for this party that's not even registered, but in 6 or 7 states. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to vote. You don't tell me. I'm just going to stay home because screw them. I'm not going to vote for anyone. Blah, blah, blah.
My vote doesn't count.
Well, good on you, because they had a very different attitude, and now they're in charge of almost everything. So we better grow up. It's not enough to have the better opinion or the fairer opinion or think, to our very souls that we're right, if we really don't have any skin in the game, if we're really not.
Right.
You know what? I was born in the 60s. I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and I just remember just those amazing flower power kids. Those, that they had all the right ideas and they risked a lot for it.
Yeah.
I remember that we registered to vote in our government class in high school. You registered for the draft. Everything. I mean, you sort of weren't given the choice to not be engaged. And but the less engaged the country has become, the more the super specialized interests on the far right have gained control. We better we better get involved while there are still opportunities, because I'm not sure these opportunities are going to be here forever. If you can take away a woman's right to own her own body, you can do anything to anybody.
That's right. All right.
Amen.
Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We're here today at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ plus community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's largest progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. And we are all in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.